Hello everybody, Akra here, and welcome back to another game, another Let's Talk Games. In this title, we're talking about Fallout 4 mods and the Creation Studio. Now again, I've talked a little bit about this before. The Creation Studio, but today we're going to talk more about the Creation Studio and Fallout 4. In a sense, this will be a little bit of a re-hashtag of my microtransactions video. But we're talking more about the Creation Club and the mods and whatnot in this game. Now, again, I'm not against mods. I'm not against the Creation Club. And like I said, I think the Creation Club is doing a great job having all these little mods. But, in my opinion, I've always looked for one thing when it comes to mods. Are they lore friendly? And are they under consideration of being cheated? And that's something that I'm here to talk about. Because, personally, I find that some of the Fallout 4 Creation Studio stuff is not very lore-friendly. Take, for instance, stuff like Morgan's space suit, the horse armor, the Pip-Boy paint jobs. While the Pip-Boy paint jobs I do feel could be lore-friendly, I don't believe that some of these color schemes could be very lore friendly. The other thing I'm talking about is like the military backpack. But beyond that, like if you look at also the furniture, while some of it is slightly lore friendly and some of it is not all completely lore friendly. But the Chinese stealth suit is slightly lore friendly due to it being having been in Fallout 3, Operation Anchorage DLC, and also I've heard it's in Fallout New Vegas somewhere. But honestly, stuff like that, and even like the Hellfire, for instance, the Hellfire power armor, that is slightly lore friendly due to the fact that it is in the Enclave and in Fallout 3. But other stuff like the horsepower armor, the military backpack, Morgan's spacesuit, and then some of the Pip-Boy paint jobs, they're just not completely lore friendly. And that's what sets me off when it comes down to, is it lore friendly or is it not lore friendly? Because that's how I like my mods, especially when it comes to playing games like Fallout 4. I don't want something that's not going to be completely lore friendly. And, the other thing when it comes down to talking about mods and stuff, and this might be a bit of a long video, but I don't like mods that are completely cheaty. For instance, looking at the Creation Studio, I hope that the Creation Studio does get a little more lore-friendly stuff in it. Because I find that stuff like the handmade pipe shotgun could be something interesting. And the pulse rifle is slightly lore-friendly, but again, it uses the same ammunition as the pulse pistol or pulse rifle that's already in the game. Now, yeah. So, alright, so let's talk about some of the mods. Now, again, the mods are a mess in Fallout 4, and personally, I'm just not very happy with some of the mods that I've seen in the Fallout 4 playlist so far. I mean, I have a few mods installed, as you can see from this picture, but again, these mods are either lore friendly or at least to some degree believable. Most of these mods are also not very cheaty, which is something that really happens in this game. It's unbelievable to me that in PlayStation 4, at least, there are so many mods. Like, except for this Fallout 4 FPS overdrive, I probably could see that an increase in Fallout 4 and its frames per second could be useful, but everything else in this game is so darn like, oh my goodness, what the heck just happened here? Because, I mean, seriously, like, if you look at it, there's a cheat room for the PlayStation 4. Why the heck is that in there? There's this, and everything in Fallout 4 is, the mods in the PS4 version are just such a, I mean, seriously, a cheat container And then, for instance, this God mode Chinese stealth armor. What the heck? I mean, that's basically saying, hey, go buy the Creation Studios Chinese stealth armor, and then go ahead and download this mod. I mean, look at it. Seriously, wait, 999 armor. And it's basically resistance to all types of damage. What in the world is this mod all about? And why does it have such a high rating? This should be the lowest rated mod in the studio. It just, I mean, you know, seriously, there are just so many things. Like I've said before, the mods in this game, some of the mods are just like for instance, this portable Nuka jetpack, I could see it being somewhat useful, but to me, I don't see why you'd want to have a portable Nuka or a jetpack, unless, of course, you're just looking to get higher, because, I mean, seriously, you have the jetpack available for you in your power armor suit, but, you know, some of the other mods in this game, it just is such a mess. I mean, do you really, and then you get into some of the mods that are just like, you know, a little more, you know, seriously. But, I mean, like, I was looking at, for instance, scrap that settlement, you know, I could see where that could be useful, because if you didn't want to, you know, have stuff laying around that were, kind of unremovable, then, you know, it could be a little, but, you know, things like Busty mod, I mean, seriously, and then, like, choose your own perks. This was a mod I tried out a while back, and it's kind of cheaty. It's really cheaty. I mean, it basically just allows you to go, hey, as soon as you get out of the vault, here's a crate. It has every single perk in the game. All you have to do is choose the perk that you want. And as you can see here, I was giving it my rating, which is half a star, because it's just absolutely garbage cheats. You know, I mean, seriously, gamers, are you that lazy? Are you that kind of a person to say, hey, if I can get mods, if I can get cheat in the game, I'm going to cheat the game? I mean, seriously, like, Nuka Hair Combos, I like this mod because it does seem to be lore friendly, and there are a lot of mods that, or a lot of hairstyles that could have been possible hairstyles in Fallout 4. But then, you know, you look at stuff like, for instance, Dearest Anubis, and you can see, people like things that are quieter. I don't understand why. That's part of the environment. That's part of the game. I don't see why you'd want these things to be a little quieter just so that you can have peace and quiet. It's just, I mean, this is going to be a bit of a ramble. This is going to be me just laying off steam in the game because, I mean, like, seriously, you know, you look at all this stuff is just, it's all kind of like cheaty. It's all just like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's such a mess. The Fallout mod community is such a mess. I mean, you know, I'm going to call you gamers out. As an old school gamer, I'm going to call gamers out. Are you guys really that bad? Are you really that terrible that you have to say, hey, you know what? Let's cheat the game. Because we want to. Because we can. Because we don't want to do all the hard work. I mean, seriously. Then it just makes me say, you guys aren't gamers. I mean, seriously, look at the mods. All of these mods are pretty much all, like, cheats. I mean, in their own sense. You know, like, Dearest Anubis, it's not lore friendly. It's just a way to say, hey, I want to rename dog meat to be some other dog name. I mean, it's just, oh man, I could go on and on, but I mean, personally, I just wanna, I really hope that Fallout 4 and Bethesda, you guys actually start cleaning this up and getting rid of all the cheats, because seriously, I've seen so many cheat mods in this game that it doesn't even feel like gamers are really. So, I mean, it doesn't even feel like gamers are really trying to play the game as intended anymore. I mean, seriously, let's face it. Fallout 4, it doesn't need cheats. In fact, the game is incredibly built easily if you do things correct. I mean, seriously, look at just like, let's take a look at some of my gameplay. As you can see, I'm level 7, and the game is incredibly easy. You don't even have to have cheats in the game just to really make yourself, just to play it, to beat it. I mean, seriously. Now, why these games get the cheats that they are, I don't know. I mean, I feel that you gamers, the new ones, the people who are before the age of 20 at least, maybe you're 21, but at least below the age of 21, you guys aren't even playing the game anymore. You guys aren't even trying to play the game. It's like, I don't even know. I mean, seriously, the game is not that hard. This is my one of my other save files that I use. I'm not even and I'm using the mods that you saw me installed before. And the game is not that incredibly hard. I mean, what are you guys trying to do? Are you guys really just trying to play the game going into the hardest difficulty, which is survival for Fallout 4, and then saying, "Hey, this game is too hard. I've got to I'm gonna beat the game on the hardest difficulty so I can prove myself and say, hey, look at me, I beat the hardest difficulty. Oh, by the way, I cheated. I cheated because I had cheating mods installed. I mean, seriously, I don't mind console commands. I don't mind cheats every once in a while if it's not going to affect the game at all. I mean, seriously, seriously, this game is not that hard. I mean, if your plan was to try and, beat the game on the hardest difficulty, but you have to cheat because of it, I mean, seriously, do you really consider yourself a gamer? Or is that because you want to just create a sense of, hey, I beat the game on the hardest difficulty and I didn't cheat at all? When really, in secret, you were cheating the whole time because... I don't know. I mean, like I said before, this game is not that hard. This is my other save file, and as you can see, I'm running through the game like it's nothing. I mean, I'm not even using cheats, except for the mods that I showed you before, which, I mean, again, those mods don't really add anything cheaty to them. I've checked them out, and as you can see, I've used them before. The only reason I'm, of course, having an easier time, and I'm not struggling as much as I should, is because of the fact that I decided to have a difficulty, change. I mean, seriously, look at my settings. As you can see, there are different difficulties. You can change the difficulty if you have to. You don't have to be all like, oh, I'm never going to change the difficulty because I don't need to. I mean, seriously. If you're just trying to say, hey, look, I beat the game on the hardest difficulty, but hey, I used cheats to get there. I mean, seriously, you're not a gamer. In my opinion, you're not a gamer. You're just someone who's like, ugh. So yeah, in conclusion, I mean, I was trying to put this video off for a long time. Mostly because, I was hoping that if I left the mod situation and everything about mods in Fallout 4 alone for a while, maybe it would get better. But honestly, I feel like I should address this problem because, I mean, seriously, it's just... I don't know. I mean, it's just seriously a problem that I foresee going forward into the future. And I mean, for those of you gamers who use these mods as ways of saying, hey, I beat the game on the hardest difficulty with no problems, yet you're not being truthful, you're not being transparent, and you really had to use all these mods and cheats just to get there, I mean, seriously, you're no gamer. In my eyes, you're no gamer, And in fact, if anyone ever tells you, hey, you must be the greatest gamer in the history of gaming, you know what? You're not the greatest gamer in the history of gaming. You're a cheater, you're a liar, and you should come clean to all your audience just to say, hey, I actually cheated. I mean, see how many people respect you because they now know, oh, I was just an illusion. I was just someone who never really was truthful about the nature of their actual playing. I mean, seriously, as a gamer myself, and as someone who's a bit of an old school gamer, again, I want to show you that I'm a bit more transparent. I'm not using cheats to get there, because let's face it, gaming, especially being good at a game, takes a lot of hard work. It takes loads and loads of hours of hard work just to get there. And you know what? I'm truthful about this. I played Fallout since Fallout 3. My very first Fallout was Fallout 3. I played that game for so many hours. It took me maybe 25 hours just to really get used to the game, really to get into the game, and then it took me another 12 or so hours just to beat the game the first time. And sure, I was doing that on easy difficulty, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to get to where you need to be. And you know what? Yes, I will admit, in Fallout 3, I do use mods every once in a while, especially on the PC version, but they're mods that just add a little bit of appeal, a little bit of decoration, a little bit of something that just flares up the game. And, that's what I believe mods should be. It shouldn't be what you see on the screen. It shouldn't be like loads and loads of cheats, loads and loads of OP, godlike, let's make you godlike. I mean, seriously, And as a gamer, I fear that this is what video games are going to become. People who are not transparent. People who have never worked hard in their life for the achievement of saying, yes, I did it. And I did it without cheating. Yes, you know what? I'm going to be truthful to you. I used to cheat a lot in my old days of gaming. Back in Final Fantasy VII, yes, I did use a few cheats from GameShark because I was not a good gamer back then. But, years later, I'm now working hard. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to be the greatest gamer you've ever seen. But it takes a lot of work. It takes hours of work. And, I'm not using glitches every once in a while. If I know a glitch, of course, I may use it. But, again, I'm not trying to exploit the game just for my own gain. So, in the end, I just feel that, in real life, there isn't really, like, an easy button. There isn't a button that you can press where all of a sudden things are like you all of a sudden get the body or anything or, the look that everyone is looking for. I mean, much like life, fitness or video games are much like life in a sense, or fitness, where, you gotta take things in a hard way. You gotta work for weeks, and, there is no easy button. I mean, if that was the way life was, then everyone could do it. And in the end, I feel that my message to all gamers is there is no easy button in gaming. Gaming can only be achieved by, becoming a gamer or being a gamer can only be achieved by hard work. There isn't an easy button, and, in my opinion, that's the thing. There's, Fallout 4 lore mods are becoming like an easy button. And I feel that this is something that we shouldn't have. And in the end, this is something that we should take away. Because there is no easy button in real life. And there shouldn't be an easy button in gaming. And that's what I believe. Personally, though, I hope that to all you real gamers out there, the people who work hard and who don't use cheats or anything like that, go out there and do me a favor. go to a modding website, whatever one it is, and if the modding website has a rating, give every cheat mod a low rating. Do not embrace the rating. Give them give them down. You know, give them a thumbs down. Give them a low rating, because seriously, this is not how I want to see gaming in the future. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, until the next one, this is Sakurai signing out.